Hi, I'm Coach Fraser with Full Circle Coaching and Consulting, and with me is?
I'm Coach Catherine with Full Circle Coaching and Consulting.
And we're here to talk to you today a little bit about our April Team Mastery Super Conference that is happening in Toronto on April 26th and 27th. And we thought we'd give you a little snapshot of some of the things we're going to cover to give you a wet your whistle and let you understand some of the benefits of attending. So, Kath, tell me about, who is this conference for?
This conference is for anybody that wants to move their practice, their business up a level, and specifically really improve their team dynamics, upgrade on the energy in the office, improve their systems, just really make it a more well-oiled machine in the office as opposed to maybe flying by the seat of your pants. What do you think people are coming for?
Well, what I find as a coach consultant, we often work one-on-one with doctors and entrepreneurs, but what happens is they get all this great information about changing, their life and applying systems and just even concepts to their life. But they don't always translate that to their team. So they've got this vision and they don't necessarily know how to share it, and they don't know how to enroll team members to kind of support that vision. So a lot of entrepreneurs have a great team assembled, but they're not necessarily maximizing what they get from them. And frankly, the team is missing out, right? They're missing out on all these amazing things. They don't feel as unified. I mean, you before our recording, you had talked about millennials, and what are they looking for?
They are looking for better culture, even over the dollar. So this is one of those things. If you're a chiropractor, you probably didn't learn how to build a team. How do you motivate a team? How do you inspire a team? How do you delegate and allow your team to really exceed at their potential if you haven't been trained to do that? So this seminar is going to be a great opportunity for chiros, office managers, everybody to really learn how do you build a better team and develop some great leadership skills.
And leadership, I think, is key, because moving the needle from solopreneur to a business strategy that has everybody inspired and motivated and committed and literally, we know with team you can do more. You can always do more, and I always think it's exponential, right? The more team members you put in place, the actual exponential potential you have as a team. So how do you create that? Right? What's involved in creating that? So how do you get the most benefit out of inspiring your team? How do you delegate? Because that's something that people don't know. How do you put together a good team meeting? How do you do an actual strategy session? How do you start to create outcomes that people know when they are, they're meeting their job expectations or exceeding them? These are all things that we're going to cover. One of my personal favorites, is just how do you communicate effectively within your group, right? If somebody's analytical and somebody's expressive, how do they get along, right? How do you know? How do people express love languages, right? How do they feel appreciated? And when you start to understand that better and talk about it, I know in my office, we all know that stuff really well, and it helps us communicate more effectively between each other, which makes us more effective when we're dealing with our customers. So those are some of the things we're going to look for. I mean, the other fun piece for me is I'm taking off on a holiday this weekend for Easter, partly because my team kicked me out of the office. They said, enough, you need a break, go. And so who doesn't want a team that's willing to motivate you to take some time out because they support you so much, right? We all want that. So how do you help create that? What inspires your team, and what kind of reward systems can you create that help to motivate them as well?
Right. I think it's all, you hit on it. It's all about the gratitude, communication, because you can have the best team, but if they don't communicate, they are not working together, everybody's not working towards the same goals, maybe don't even know what the goals are, maybe you're not even setting goals at this point. So there's so many things that you can harness the power of your individual team members, and it leads to exponential growth. And as you said, better systems allow you to have more time off if that's important to you, and your office will keep running and you can actually relax when you're away.
Absolutely. And final piece for me is just psychic ownership, right? The more ownership and responsibility that your team takes for the business because they feel a big part of it, and they also feel that their voice matters, like they have input and you appreciate that, the more impact they have, right? And the more that you as a primary can let go a little bit. You don't have to carry the weight of everything. You don't have to make every decision. You don't have to do all of the work. And that I think is what a lot of entrepreneurs, solo entrepreneurs in particular, chiropractors, dentists, you name it, they feel like they're carrying that burden all the time. So this, if you're looking for that, if this sounds like it's going to serve you in your business, in your practice, check out the link below, click on it. You can bring your team, but you don't need to bring your team, right, Kath?
So tell me, Fraser, if I can't bring my team this time, is it worth it just for me? Why would I come just as myself when it's a team?
Well, one of the reasons you'd come by yourself is to learn a lot of the structures, systems, strategies that you can put in place, because you're still going to be the leader. So the leader still has to create that vision and paint the picture, so to speak. So if you can come and learn these things, you can apply them a lot better in your practice. And we know it's one thing to read it. It's another thing to read it and write it down. But this is a very experiential session, right? This whole weekend, you're going to be actively engaged in working through exercises so that you actually experience the benefits of some of these things that you can put into practice literally on Monday. So I think the benefits are huge for somebody just to learn about them. And again, your level of mastery go way up when you can actually learn in an experiential environment.
Yep. Well, and for me, I think just as we wrap up, it's important that you do things with your team that are fun. This is not only going to be work, we're going to make sure it's fun, because otherwise we wouldn't be there, right, Fraser?
Absolutely. I wouldn't take time away from my family if I wasn't enjoying what I did and didn't believe in what I did too. So really good point, Kath. So with that, click the link. Hopefully see you on April 26th, 27th in Toronto Airport for the Team Mastery Super Conference.
Thank you.